Welcome to another week. Our content this week is our podcast, and it's called What It's Like to Be a Female CEO. And it really focuses on what it's like for me to lead semi-retired MD.
Yeah, a lot of people may not know this, but early on, we split up our CEO roles. I became the CEO of our rental property, and Leti became the CEO of semi-retired MD. And I think a lot of people don't realize that. I think your experience has been that most people come to you and say, they just assume that I'm the CEO.
Yeah, that's often been the case. And even back when we were in startups previously, that was often the case. I would write to somebody and they would write back and talk to Kenji.
They would address me, and they wouldn't address you. And also the real estate space, I think it's pretty interesting. You know, we've been to a number of conferences, and we've also, presented at different conferences. And it's pretty rare for somebody talking about real estate to be a female, right?
Yeah. Oftentimes I'm kind of the token female in a lot of conferences. And so I really feel very proud about what we're doing at Semi-Retired MD. About 70% of our readership is female. We have a ton of course participants who are female, who are actually a lot of people even doing it themselves. So I feel like we're leading the new generation of women in real estate and showing that it's more than possible that women can be successful in real estate. So that's part of what we wanted to shine the light on this week in our podcast.
Yeah, and then in terms of real estate, we have some exciting news. We're looking to put in an offer on a large property. This is going to be over 100 units in the Dallas market.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to be something that we're going to buy mostly on our own. And we're looking at bringing in one partner using something called a tenants in common structure, something that we'll be covering in a blog article that's coming out next week. But it's going to be a really exciting opportunity. It's going to allow us to take our 1031 exchanges and use that money to buy this property, as well as some of our own money.
I'm kind of curious, Kenji, do you feel any limiting beliefs coming up with doing this property? Because I feel a little bit of anxiety about it, I gotta be honest.
Yeah, maybe not as much as I thought. There is some anxiety about it, but I think that's all the mindset work that we've done, right? And going back to an article that we wrote about, the journey to a 100-unit complex starts with the duplex. It's a really fun article, and the idea is it really kind of talks about my limiting beliefs about buying these larger properties. So I'm feeling that, sure, but it's more like a nervous excitement, and I don't worry about the technicalities, just the day-to-day details. It's just more kind of the idea of like, oh wow, we're doing this. So
yeah, 100 unit property is going to be a big step for us. We're really excited. It's a new market too. And so and it's not performing well, so it's our sweet spot. It's a property we can take and turn around for some kind of appreciation and end up with a really phenomenal asset in a year. So we will keep you guys updated on what happens with this. Again, we're going to put in our offer this week. We'll see how it goes. Hope that you all have an amazing week.
All right, take care.